everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, and some big news if you are a fan of the recently released Truck and Logistics Simulator, and that is because the roadmap has been released. So us guys in the streaming community have got our hands on it a little bit earlier than normal, and I do believe that Simula Games are actually going to put out their own review of this evening, but I wanted to jump in actually and just show you a few of these things that are on this roadmap, because there's some great stuff coming up. This is the Trello board itself. I don't know if you're used to Trello, but it's obviously just a way of organizing tasks into lists. It's especially good for game development and project management, which is what I'm in my day-to-day job. Very organized. But enough of that, let's get into it, shall we? We've got an update coming in, first of all, in December, as you can see on this side. This is update 1.01. If you have a quick look on that, it does actually tell you the major changes are improved performance and graphics, especially on consoles. I think some of us have been waiting for that, haven't we, since it's released, especially when we're turning those corners and we get a juddery camera. I'm hoping that that is exactly what that means. There's also the ability to fast travel, which is helpful for multiplayer, so we can meet up with the host. But it's also good for jumping across the map, just generally, isn't it? If you want to go to a certain area of the map, you don't want to drive over there to begin with. Added an option to invert the Y-axis for the camera. Added an option to hide the minimap when in first person, which is also useful. If you're on Xbox, there is a fixed car transporter skip loading crash. There is a fix for the manual gearbox switching to automatic when using a controller, which is on the console only. And a general fixed many bugs reported by you all. So that just shows every time you get a bug or something you don't like, do report it, because these guys do pay attention and they do take it into consideration. So a couple of things that I mentioned in the December update that are detailed here underneath. But then we get onto some DLCs, and the first one that's mentioned is DLC Pack 1, which is Supercar and Enclosed Transporter. This is coming out Q1 2024. So if we click into that, this is going to be a paid DLC, but it's got brand new vehicles and missions. Obviously, there's no price on these things yet. You know, nearer the time, I'm sure the price will be released to us all. And it says new mission. This DLC will get you access to a brand new mission, a new take on car transport. Transport 3 luxury cars with a brand new enclosed car transporter trailer safely to their destination, and it will provide new drivable cars, 2 brand new luxury sports cars to escort convoys or race around the map. You can use escort equipment on it and race to the front of convoys to lead them. And you can use this new vehicle in the brand new race missions. So that's quite exciting. So you can see down the bottom, you can see 67% complete. All it has to be done is to be released. So that's quite exciting. You can actually get a good look at the cars actually. There is an image. If I just open that. As it downloads the image, there's one of them. That's quite nice. Is there another one? That looks like the same. Looks like the same car, doesn't it? However, that's something exciting to look forward to. Then we've also got content update 1 for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, which includes a free vehicle, which is this MAN dump truck. So that's good. No idea when that is coming out. You can see the development is complete, so integration and testing is the current phase that this one's on. So that's something to look forward to, because that's going to be free. Again, no date on that. Speed limit and remaining distance being displayed in the UI and navigation, remodeling of existing vehicles, and some traffic AI improvements. We definitely want some of that. Definitely want that. Also, there is details of DLC Pack 2. So let's just click here. The focus of this DLC is versatile flatbed deliveries, and this DLC will be a trailer full of new missions to master, and it will include loading and delivering missions for generators, lumber and plywood, forklifts, and currently under evaluation, caravans. So there is a picture there. There's the new flatbed trailer that's got the generators on there. What else have we got here? Loading lumber. So there you can see we've got a nice flatbed trailer there with the lumber being loaded on, and then a new drop side flatbed trailer as well. So it's all good stuff, this, isn't it? This is great, this, and to be able to see this roadmap so soon after release, it's really nice to see the commitment from the guys at Simula Games to do this in game for all the players. There's a DLC in planning, which is timber transport and lumber yards. So if we click on that, and the focus of this is logging. There will be adding lumber yards and wood industries to the map. Logging trailers will be loaded using loaders with a grapple attachment, which is quite nice. And again, you can see a couple of pictures of that here. So here is the grapple loader. So look at that. It can get hold of a lot of tree chunks there and logs and get them on the back of the transporter. That's going to be nice, isn't it? There's the transporter itself, the actual trailer, as you can see. Lovely. And then over on the right hand side, additional content in development. What our team is also working on. So there is a Nintendo Switch update planned sometime in Q1, Q2. And there are some. Look at these fuel tanks, fuel tank and dry bulk trailers DLC. So you can see the early pictures of these as well. Let's click on that. It will take a couple of seconds to download. These are really nice vehicles, aren't they? These trailers. So tankers and dry bulk. That's a different type of mission altogether, isn't it? That I'm looking forward to that, I must say. Again, no dates on these, but it is a vehicle, mission and environment pack in planning. The fuel tanker trailer will be loaded in the refinery environment, which will be added to the maps. There's a lot of stuff being added to the map. It's not just vehicles. There is a unique feature, which is with some fuel tanker missions, fuel will be delivered to fuel stations, which is nice. No more just going to the fuel stations just to fill your vehicle up. You can actually deliver to the fuel stations. That's going to be a good mission. The dry bulk trailer will be loaded in a newly created depot. Dry bulk missions will also include unloading. There's going to be lots to do, isn't there, in the future? This is a gas tank trailer, so you can see this is kind of there's an in development picture, which is that one. But then if we come down here, you can see it actually in game as it stands. There's going to be a lot of variety going forward, isn't there? What else have we got down here? The refinery mission. So there's a picture here of the actual refinery. These are the new fuel depots which are going to be added to the environment themselves, which is great. And glass transport is another one. So we've got glass transport, loading and safely transporting glass. Carefully load the glass onto trailers with a forklift or mount it to your panel vans and safely transport it to your destination, but be careful. It will include 2 trailers at least, one for vans or smaller vehicles and one for trucks. A unique feature here is total loss. Cargo will be able to get totally destroyed. You're going to have to be careful on that. And that could be backed in a very fragile cargo DLC. So there's a couple of screenshots down here that you can see. And then new trucks, very likely with licenses, but nothing is mentioned in there at the moment. New license brands for vehicle and a map expansion. This is a big one, isn't it? This will be a free update. That's the main thing. It says we know this is a heavily requested addition, and for the foreseeable future it will be a free update when we finish it. However, for the time being, we want to flesh out the game with new missions, vehicles and quality of life improvements. We believe the map is at a good size for now, which is why the expansion will likely appear in 2024, late 2024. So there will be a map expansion. I will agree the map is quite big, isn't it, as it currently stands. A lot of honesty there in the Trello board to say that it's likely to appear in late 2024. Now that might be that might be the worst case. They could surprise us and release that in summer, for example. But to set the expectation, late 2024. So probably about this time next year or slightly before that. But it's listed there in major update, which I assume it will be because the map's going to be massive after that. But we need somewhere to play all this new DLC that's coming out. And then we've got some community feedback over this side. The multiplayer UI or user interface overhaul. This will overhaul the multiplayer UI mainly in how names are displayed. The attached image shows our concept of how we want it to look. Let's just make that bigger as it downloads. So yeah, so you can see there that the names are a little bit more organized, and if you've been into multiplayer so far, you can see that quite often it's like an organized chaos, isn't it? So any improvements there, I think, will be welcomed. There is a rework of the mission parking system. We want to add a parking detection system. A meter will display how well you are parked, and your payout will be adjusted on how well you park. So right now, you can kind of get into this green box a little bit, but you don't have to be completely square on, do you, into the box. It sounds like you're going to be rewarded for more accurate parking once this comes out. Again, that gives you an additional challenge and is always welcome, I think. And that is pretty much it. But that's enough, isn't it? That's a lot. There's a lot in there. And again, thanks to Simula Games for releasing this public roadmap. You can access this yourself. The link is there at the top if you want to take a look at that. I'm sure you'll see this on the socials, and you can follow this. You can get in. You don't need to be able to log in to be able to view this. So you can track the progress as it develops. As Simula update it, this will update, and therefore you can follow anything that you're particularly interested in. So I would encourage you all to sort of do that, and let me know what you think down below. This is quite unusual, isn't it, to get a roadmap as clear as this, and straight away as well. The guys are obviously committed to developing this game further and further, and it's not one of those games that's been released and is being dropped. By no means. We're already talking about late next year for the map update, and there's a lot here to squeeze in between now and then. So do let me know what you think below. Are you still enjoying this? Have you been playing it solid? It's a good game. It is a good game, but once those performance improvements come out, it'll be even better. There's a lot to look forward to. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe for more. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.